Many people, they experience day-to-day stresses, and this can be caused by a number of things, especially now with the coronavirus and the rising unemployment rate. The CDC even says that coronavirus could be a cause for many stresses for many people due to fear of getting sick, fear of their family getting sick, fear of losing their job. And I know my family even feels some of these stresses with their business and grandparents who are liable to get it. And so I wanted to help relieve these stresses. And so Katie Bochler, she says that a cluttered space or like a cluttered environment can result in a cluttered mind. You could be stressed, you'll have anxiety if you, generally speaking, if you live and act in a dirty environment. And and so I decided to take this information and try to relieve some stress from my parents. And so what I did is, in this first picture, you can see their car was somewhat dirty. This is only a small part of it. And in the second picture, you can see that I'd cleaned the car. And so what I was doing is although I can't take all their stresses away, I can take this little bit, and hopefully that helps them, right? And so, Versita, they say that having that clean car, having that clean environment can make a person more happy. They did a study, and that study said that people who lived and acted in a clean environment were far more likely to not have anxiety, far more likely to not be depressed. And I know this is true for my parents. Whenever our house is clean, they're just in a good mood. Whenever the car is clean, they're just in a good mood when we're driving around. And so I wanted to help give them that. And stress isn't the only thing that a dirty environment can cause. A dirty environment can also cause unpredictability, which really isn't good now, because we need to be productive. We need to stay active. And this is apparent in my household with a dirty kitchen. My parents do not want to cook or do anything of the sort if the kitchen's dirty. And so I'm going here to tell you guys that a dirty environment is definitely an issue that a lot of people have, and the causes are definitely not good. And a solution you guys can help with is helping either clean or take other stresses away from them so that they can do that, so they can clean. And so I come to you guys and I ask you guys, could you people maybe check in with your family, your parents, and if they're not doing too hot, if their car's not clean, for example, or even their kitchen, their house, their room, would you clean that, or would you just help take away stresses from them? And I hear some people, they say, well, my parents, we like our clutter. It's our clutter, right? Like, it makes us feel safe. But then I bring forth the dog on the nail analogy. There's a dog sitting on a nail, right? And this dog, he's never been off the nail, and he's like it's kind of uncomfortable on this nail, right? But I'm sure if I get off this nail, it'll be worse. And that goes for a cluttered environment too. Sitting on that, sitting on the nail, or here living in a cluttered environment, like, you're like, it kind of stinks a little bit, but it's better than if it wasn't. Like, it's organized clutter. But then you clean your environment and you find out, whoa, like, like this is better. I feel more productive. I feel less stressed out. And so I would just like to summarize this and say that with all the stresses we have, a dirty environment just adds to that. A dirty environment adds more unnecessary stress. A dirty environment can make people not only stressed, they can make people unproductive, and they can make people more depressed. And so I just like come again and say, if you have the resources, if you guys could step in and just help your family out. It's something small, but it can make a difference. It can make a difference, especially with the coronavirus, and I'm sure many people are struggling. So I just like to say, make your difference.